Good morning and welcome to the magnificent Bowl Carp Syndicate on the Bank Holiday Friday. I've decided this morning just to come down and join my good friend Andy Woodland, the bailiff down here, and I'm down for the 24 hours just to try and wet my feet, because I'm going to start and do a little bit more down here coming the next couple of months to try and target some of the fish that I haven't caught out of here, mainly that big plated. So this session is about all wetting my feet and, you know, getting a little bit into it, because you've got to be active down here, you've got to be walking the banks, and you've got to have your head in it. And let's be honest, for the past 2 years during COVID and after COVID, I haven't really had my head in the right place as in regards to fishing down here. So if I can just, you know, ease in, it's not a bowling for carp episode, but if I can just ease in for the next 24 hours, hopefully get my first fish out of here, and hopefully, you know, put my first fish on the bank down here for quite a long time. So I'm on till tomorrow evening. Most of the fish down here have been caught during the day, and the reason why we're on the swims on the M6 bank is because the guy in the swim next to where I'm going to be plotting up, where Andy's going to be going in midday, has had 4 fish over the past 48 hours. Nothing big, but you know, on a big water like this, you've got to go with where fish are being caught, and location is always key. Now these fish don't give themselves away too much on here, so having the knowledge of where fish are coming out of is always a big bonus. And it's always a big bonus that your best friend is the bailiff, and he knows everything that goes on down here. He's walking the banks twice a day, so Andy is the main man down here, and he sort of tipped us off that we need to get on these swims. So it's a little bit of a social with Andy, and it's also a little bit of a feeler session. So it's not going to do a bowling for carp episode. I'll leave that for a little bit later on, but for now I'm eager to enjoy the morning, start to unpack the barra, start to get into the session. I've got a little bit of prep work to do before I get the rods out, because I have not done any prep work at home where I usually do, because I didn't even think I was going to be coming down here. I was going to be going off to somewhere else, but when Andy said he's coming down for the next 2 days, I thought, well, I'll come and join him, and I'll put a couple of rods out. But yeah, look at that, absolutely beautiful. And every morning down here on the Bowl Carp Syndicate is always superb, because you've always got an absolute stunning view to wake up to. So it's 6 o'clock now. We're going to be doing a little bit of fish spotting if we do see any fish, but we ain't going to be moving from these swims. You know, it's quite busy bank holiday, and most of the swims are taken, apart from a few over on the other bank. But you know, it's key where you've got to be in location, and this is the area. So enjoy the next 24 hours, and hopefully we can get into a fish down here and just have a superb time. If I blank, the video will be going out, but hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll avoid that. So catch you a little bit later, guys. Let's get this barrel unloading, and let's try and get these rods out. Ta-da. 27 wraps, 13-foot distance. Going by the distance sticks of my rods, speed 13 foot, is 120 yards. So that's where I'm going to be putting a bed of bait out there. 3 rods out, all on the dance floor, and surprisingly they all went out first time. That is pretty rare when you're casting out 120 yards and trying to get all the rods pretty much close to each other. So I've not put any free bait out there at all, just because we are in the middle of bite time. The guy to the left of me is on fish, so if I go out whacking a spot out there, then it's going to reduce his chances of picking up fish. So probably around about 11 o'clock then I'll put my free bait out, but at the moment I'll just sit on singles until bite time's over. It's called etiquette, and it's something that is starting to be a little bit diluted these days with all the people taking up fishing. But there is a few things that you need to take in and realise that sometimes you've just got to wait for your chance to get your bait out, and don't do it at first thing in the morning when it's bite time, because you're just ruining other people's chances of picking up fish. So I'd rather just hold out and hopefully we'll pick up a fish up this morning. It's going to be a hot day today, and stupidly I left my floater rod at home, but I brought all my mixers. So yeah, a little bit of a schoolboy error today, because I could have probably gone off and done a little bit of floater fishing today, but obviously that's gone. So I'm going to get my house up and get settled into the session and wait for good times. I'm not expecting anything today, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be either tonight or first thing in the morning tomorrow morning.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it. Fuse like a magnet, lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shoot tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast.
Now Andy doesn't use braid like us, he's using mono.
Old school, braids, a tarts thing. You've got to go back to old school with mono. Cheaper, no dipping your reel in the water to make it wet.
Do you find any stretch though?
You've always got to stretch, but you've got to stretch the same when you cast your lead. So what's the difference?
I suppose you're right. Well, they only weigh about 4 ounces when they're full anyway, don't they, the dot spot.
You've always...
So I suppose you're right, you know. Come on, let's get this out and... Whoosh! Boom. Nice, man. Well, that's our little bit of fun over in Andy's swim. Let's get back to do some fishing. Well, it certainly does feel like spring today. We got the sun blazing down, 18 to 19 degrees. We got the birds singing behind us. We've got the flowers out. We've got the bees buzzing around. And does it get any better than that view? Looking over them rods. All's quiet. The fish stopped showing as soon as the light really started to get up. That's the last that we've seen of the fish. But I'm sure they're out there. Obviously a lot more fish are showing down to the left hand side. but if I'm in the general area, either me or Andy will pick one up. But for now, I'm just enjoying just sitting here in the bivvy, chilling out. So, 7:30, I'm just about to spot out the contents of that bucket, and I thought, you know what, nothing's going to happen this evening, so I'm going to log off for the evening, chill out, and hopefully wait for good times to happen, which is most likely going to be early morning tomorrow morning. Most of the fish have been caught early morning, so I'm not expecting anything different. The fish was rolling out there early morning this morning till around about 10 o'clock, and when the sun's got to come up and got to its highest, then the fish definitely sort of stopped showing. But weather conditions are still the same as today. The wind's still pumping down there, so I am expecting that they're going to still be there in the morning with a bit of luck, and hopefully either me or Andy will pick up a fish. I think Andy is going to be on the fish tomorrow morning, just from seeing where there was this morning and with that wind pumping down there. But Andy's on for an extra day, so he's in the prime spot for tomorrow morning. But while my rods are out, while they're in this general sort of area, there's always that chance. So again, been really quiet today. We're just sitting on our hands, we're in the swims, and it's just all about just waiting it out until obviously tomorrow morning. So I'm going to get the spod rod out and put a couple of spods out of the area just to regenerate, or should I say reignite the spot, and just keep that bait just trickling in. And if there is any silvers out there just having a feed, then me putting a little bit more bait hopefully will keep that spot rocking. So good night guys, and hopefully I'll see you very shortly. Good night guys. Well, good morning, 5:30 in the morning. I'm up out and fish spotting this morning, and as predicted, last night was uneventful. But most of the fish have been coming out at first light until around about 11 o'clock. So my alarm was set for 5 o'clock this morning. It pinged off and I got the kettle on straight away, and my first cup of tea is out the way, and I'm on my second very, very shortly. So been fish spotting this morning, seen a couple of fish towards the pines down this left hand side, seen nothing down the right hand side at all. So I'm in the general sort of area where I would want to be, and I think though Andy and the swim over towards the pines are going to be where the action's going to be this morning, just from the activity that I've seen this morning. But you know, we're in this general sort of area, so we'll see what happens, and there's always a chance that you're going to get a bite from anywhere around the lake or down here at the moment, so who knows. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy the morning and hopefully pick up the camera a little bit later, but hopefully you'll enjoy the morning as well. It's only going to be a very, very short video blog. I'm going to be going off around about 11 o'clock this morning, so just over 24 hours. So catch you later, guys, and au revoir. So you join me at 11 o'clock. The rods are on the deck, last knock-ins for the next 5 minutes, and the barra is already packed, ready to go. Unfortunately, we went through this morning, no fish, and the fish that we did see was definitely out of range. So unfortunately, they didn't turn up where there was yesterday, but that's carp fishing, isn't it? So hopefully, you know, you'll come and join me on my next video. These videos that I'm going to be putting out are just about documenting my fishing as a vlog, yeah, whether we catch, whether we put together something a little bit more professional with the B-roll footage, you know, making everything look a bit more cinematic. These are not them. You'll have to wait for the next video, which is in 2 weeks' time, where I'm going off to a brand new exclusive day ticket water, and I'll be putting up details of that pretty soon. So from me, it's a bish bash bosh, keep it tosh, and from Andy, who's going to be stopping on for the next 24 hours. Yeah. Hopefully he'll bag one, and I'll come and do the yeah, and I'll come and do the grass for him in the morning. But for now, I'm going to get back off home. So keep in touch, guys, and yeah, give this small little video vlog a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. So from me, bye bye for now.